Hi, my name is Susan Weimer and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here today with a card for Picket Studios. We're going to be making a Christmas card. I did lose some footage, so just to warn you. And I made this using the String of Lights set and the Simon Says Stamp Center Cut Kaleidoscope. So I really had a lot of fun with both of these. And what I did, and it's not going to be apparent because I lost some footage. So first I'm going to stamp this is how I line it up. I put the paper on there and then I've taken the sponge out, the other rubber mat, I guess it's a sponge, and I used W+9 fairy dust and to ink up it's an A2 Nina cardstock. Goodness, I'm so sorry. I had a migraine for 3 days and I don't think my brain's booted back on. But anyway, so this is how I work with the larger stamps. Sometimes I cut a piece of paper that's wider so I can have the magnets in different places. And in this case, I didn't have a wider piece of paper and I was being lazy. And not only that, at the same time I'm doing this, I have two rather silly, crafty friends texting me and distracting me. So I'm heat drying this. Now, I usually don't have to do this with a dye ink, but what I'm going to do and what's cut out is that I'm going to stamp the y'all on there with Versamark, and then I am going to emboss it with white embossing powder, and then run it through my laminator with silver foil, and that's how I got the y'all. I should also add that I did some stamp surgery. I clipped off the y'all from it comes as a piece with this other sentiment that says Christmas cheer. I wanted it separate because I thought it was such a great greeting that you could say things like y'all Merry Christmas, or in this case y'all season's greeting, y'all happy anniversary, y'all congratulations. And there's millions of ways you could use that expression, or I could just put it all over a card front because my daughters don't think I should say that. Anyway, even though I live down south now. This is Hero Art's silver ink that has a bit of sheen to it, sparkle I should add, and I'm just gently stamping it. With pigment inks, I think it's really, really important just to kiss the stamp lightly onto there. I'm not really doing stamp CPR. I'm just loading the ink onto there and pressing it down gently. I had tried putting this with some sentiment strips and it just didn't look right. I think that if I had a really teeny tiny sentiment strip, that might have worked, but it didn't. But I didn't. Oh, excuse me. So then I heat set that, and now I'm going to use an A2 note card of dark charcoal paper, and then a matte with red. And I've gone off to my trimmer because I can't seem to cut straight today either. Yeah, and I see my coffee cup in the corner there. My goodness. Anyway, so my laminator. I have the Scotch laminator, and the setting was at 5, and I did not use a carrier sheet. I have to say that in retrospect, I wish I had purchased the Royal Sovereign laminator, or that I had a mink, and that might happen anyway. I think, crafty purchases can happen anytime. Now I'm putting on some foam tape. So because my cardstock's a little bit warped, my card front, is a little bit warped. So this is a 3-layer card. And my friend Jana has been using a lot of, she's from a little card of mine, really love her work. And she's been using some patterned paper and showing me some things that she's been doing. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to give the patterned paper a try, because I ended up having to cut this down to this smaller size because I had some ink smudging in places. Again, bad day in the craft room. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's been like a bad few days in the craft room. So I brought out my sequins and I'm going to start trying out different colors. And what I think this really needs to make it look more Christmassy is to add some of the green and the red and maybe some gold. So it's like silver and gold. Oh gosh, I'm not going to sing. You know that song from Rudolph. So I put my sequins in the same place every single time. So in this one, I am going to take a chance and put them in a different spot. But you'll see. So I've got them there and I'm going back and forth. And it's just one of those things I think I have to learn to play with, or just bring out a bunch of cards and just start placing them where I think it might look good. But the other thing that moves your eye away from the sequins is the apostrophe for the y'all. So, but again, I love this stamp set, and I think doing the stamp surgery on this was totally worth it, because this greeting, I can use the y'all anytime I want. And I think I did say I use the heat embossing method for applying the foil. I do have the paste, but excuse me, I haven't quite mastered the technique of using the toner paste yet, but I will. So yeah, more indecision. Anyway, it wasn't that hard of a card to make. It was more that I was having trouble with my laminator. It was wrinkling the foil. It wasn't consistently applying it, and yet I could see the heat embossing was perfectly fine. So excuse the lighting. The sun's gone in and the sun's gone out. It's Florida. It's the Sunshine State. It's a lie. It's not sunny. But anyway, so I'm going to use some Deluxe Novo adhesive and just put those down, and I just tapped that down. I didn't put any more glue on top of it. And then what I'm going to do is do what Kelly Blotavola does and add some glossy accents. I've been sending I send my grandchildren cards a lot, and adding this extra little bit of glossy accents has really helped keep the sequins in place when it goes through the mail, especially if you're not putting additional postage on it. So there's the card. You can't see the background very well on this one. Y'all, season's greetings, and I hope you liked it. Please give us a thumbs up, and I would love it if you subscribe to my channel, and have a great day. Thank you.